pace car is off, and we're going green here from the Indianapolis road course for the Brickyard 400. It is going to be 40 laps here around this road course circuit. Now 10 laps apiece in stage 1 and 2, and 20 laps in stage 3. So we already see the field fan out 3 wide into turn 1. There goes Truex up the inside, clearly not going to benefit him very well. Harvick and Kyle Busch make a little bit of contact, and there goes through that 19 actually of Martin Truex Jr. What a start, Jay, for Martin Truex in turn 1. Now side by side with Harvick for the lead.
That's a huge move from that 19 car to take the pole sitter 3 wide, Kyle Busch, and he's able to make it work right now, still side by side with Harvick, and Kyle Busch is still 3 wide back here in the background, losing a couple of spots here in this very opening lap. Gary, Kyle Busch, great in qualifying so far, very, very early into this race, not so great on this first lap. Martin Truex Jr., though, gives up the spot to Harvick. Still inside the playoffs currently, but if we get to a situation where we have 16 winners...
I believe yellow's out on the track, actually. Yes, I do see a yellow. Yes, the lights are out on the pace car. Here's a look at what happened here to the 15 of Ryan Parise, who's going to hit the concrete wall. You'll get a better look at it in a second. He goes flying through the air. Cody Ware as well. 2 Rick Ware cars with issues there. Cody Ware to the inside wall, and the 15 is stuck on the concrete barrier. Here's another look on board with the number 15 of Ryan Parise as he goes for a wild ride right there, and Bubba Wallace just barely able to squeeze by as Cody Ware gets involved. So while we were away, drivers came into the pit lane, and actually we had a bit of a switch up. Chase Elliott would actually go to the front, and Reddick is up into second place there. But Kevin Harvick has fallen a little ways down the order there as you see the field. And that, with the way this Indianapolis Motor Speedway works with this road course, you'll see the field struggle to keep up on the restarts. Now Martin Truex Jr. doing exactly what he did on that original start there, sending one up the inside of Tyler Reddick, and it looks like it might work out pretty well. Chase Elliott gets away, and Kyle Busch is there on the right side of that number 8 is Truex. Actually, I just saw briefly into the grass now. As you see Alex Bowman up here in the mix, and same as Ryan Blaney. Kyle Larson falling down the order a little bit, and actually the 12 a little bit wide there as you see them head down into the chicane. And Brad Keselowski again up here in the mix. Keselowski has found a lot of pace over the last few weeks, but unfortunately for that number 6, they have to win, and unfortunately for Keselowski, doesn't have a track record of winning this season, nor has he ever won at a road course in the Cup Series.
This time around, instead of getting destroyed on the first lap like last time, he's actually...
Oh my God!
Pretty well as we're having the same thing happen again!
Oh my goodness! Yellow flags are gonna fly. I was watching in case something happened. McDowell's life comes to a conclusion here in Indianapolis, and as well, I think Eric Jones was just heading into the pit lane. And Jay, I mean, they're gonna have to race it back, don't forget, but I mean, who did we just see in the pit lane there? That's the number 10 of Eric Almirola, and he has had the last couple of weeks, things have gone completely wrong for that number 10 car. Here's a look at what happened. This is on board with Kevin Harvick, who's also involved in this incident. You see McDowell go flying into the barrier right there, and it launches him up and over. Almirola, Harvick involved. Harvick, fortunately, doesn't have severe damage, but certainly some, performance-impacting damage that number 4 will have. Going back green here from Indianapolis, you see some separation there. William Byron's coming to the pit lane as we go green. It's only 2 laps of race. Oh my God. Daniel Suarez has... gone for a ride in the background in that number 99.
Bubble driver.
And the caution is going to fly immediately here from Indianapolis. As we are going to end under yellow. So this is going to be pretty well classified as the final lap of stage 1. And Kyle Larson is going to end up actually winning stage 1 here from this Indianapolis road course in a bit of a wacky start, to say the absolute least here. And it's just a matter of time until I'm sure we see someone big up towards the front hit that barrier. Larson is going to cross the line. This is the final lap here of stage 1. It ends under yellow, so Larson will win. We're back from Indianapolis Motor Speedway. You guys know at this point it has been a wacky, weird race to say the least, and now as they are back underway, we see a group of cars that have started to take off based off the timing and scoring. None of these cars are actually leading the race there. Kyle Larson is still scored as the leader, but we actually have these cars racing to what looks like remain on the lead lap of this race as the pace car was way out in front of the field. So what it looks like is the actual leader is going to be Brad Keselowski, but this has also caused everybody to start racing well before we've even closed in on the start-finish line.
At this point, as Brad Keselowski is in fact the leader of this race, and Alex Bowman now suddenly into second place. Gary, we were talking about Keselowski having better runs, not the results though, and needed to win to get into the playoffs. So right now, currently, very early in this race, still only 12 laps in, but Keselowski has suddenly found himself in the lead of this race.
There you see Kurt Busch, last week's winner, right behind his teammate of Bubba Wallace. We saw Bubba off the pace at that last one of those recent yellows, but it looks like he's okay. Not okay in terms of running position there, all the way down currently in 24th. You do see some marks on the right side of that DoorDash machine. So Bubba Wallace, another driver who's got a win to get into the playoffs here in these closing events here, and he's running out of time to say the least here. Burton, another opportunity, like we said, this could turn into an opportunity for another freak winner. There is a caution on the track, and Jay, I see some smoke. I see some smoke.
Kurt Busch is on the pit lane. I think we know what has happened. Joey Logano as well.
Logano. And Logano barely missed somebody earlier. This time he might have been a victim. Let's go take a look. Here's a look. Kurt Busch, actually, after passing Logano, is going to go into the barrier. Logano goes under him, and Kurt Busch is up on his roof, but Logano's engine blows out after getting hit on top by that number 45 of Kurt Busch. Keselowski's going to lead the field into the pit lane here, but you're going to see some split strategy. Kyle Larson remains on the racetrack. That's your stage 1 winner, who's been mired back in traffic, and Hamlin, who was up there earlier, stays out as well, and a few others, I believe. Martin Truex Jr. remains on the track. We're back for a 2-lap sprint here, as the drivers that stayed out are all going to be well ahead of the drivers that pitted, unfortunately, just due to the way the track is, because Chase Elliott's going to lead the drivers that pitted back to the green flag here, but obviously that's for 5th place on down. Here goes Denny Hamlin up the inside right now of Kyle Larson there for a quick moment there. Joe Gibbs Racing right now 2nd, 3rd, 4th here on the grid. Hamlin defends, but Jay, look at that. Larson left the door wide open. Hamlin trying to slip up the inside here as we head towards the chicane.
Larson goes a little bit wide, allows Hamlin to use that inside lane to his advantage, and they're side by side going into the chicane. Larson does the same thing again. Hamlin is able to make the move to the inside. They're side by side, and Larson actually gets a good exit on the chicane right there. And Gary, I think Larson's going to have him clear down this long back straightaway, but this battle is not over with. That 11 car looks pretty stout right now. Able to hold off their hard charge of the 11 car, who actually gets a pretty good run on him right there into the final couple of corners, but still not much going for that 11 car as they come through these final couple of corners. The final corner right here, now you just got to avoid that wall. Kyle Larson a little bit further to the left than Denny Hamlin is. They come out the final corner. Stage 2 is going to go to Kyle Larson, Gary. He has swept both stages here today in Indianapolis.
Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin actually remain on the racetrack here, but Kyle Busch is going to come in, so some more split strategy. Truex, Blaney, Custer, and others pit, but Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, most importantly, actually will remain on the racetrack for stage 3. Ready to go green for the start of the 3rd and final stage. It's going to be 18 laps remaining here from the Brickyard 400. It's been a wild one here today from the road courses. We are back on. There's cars. Yeah, they're getting a little bit close to that outside wall already here. They did. Kyle Larson's going to lead the way down into turn 1, Jay. And oh my God, Kaz Gralla in the background has gone airborne. Yellow flag's going to fly immediately, which is going to create issues with the whole pit cycle again. Could this be the final caution of the race? You have to wonder. But Kyle Larson has Chase Elliott actually all over him there. That 9 car was... Oh my goodness! Kyle Larson just wrecked himself as the yellow flag comes out, Jay. We've seen Kyle Larson back... Oh no, Kyle Larson! Oh, what have you done, Kyle? Oh my God, I was about to say, Jay, we've seen Kyle Larson choke in the past, but we haven't seen him do a big choke since he's come to Hendrick Motorsports. That might be the one right there to add to the list. Hold on, maybe he's trying to pass, because he might be reinstated to the lead. He will.
It looks like he is going to come to the pit lane, and actually everybody might be following him. So Gary, I think this might be a gift to Larson, but he's still going to lose time if he has to fix that damage on the pit lane, which he should have to do.
The pace car is leaving the track, so that is going to put is Cole Custer potentially, I believe, yes.
Well, I think he might have been too far back. Larson, whoever, Chase Elliott might actually wind up still being the leader because they had such a big gap. Yeah, actually Bowman.
It's going to be Alex Bowman.
Bowman might have had a 2-tire stop.
They go back green, and Alex Bowman has a massive lead. Larson loses time, and now he's roughing up the 8 of Tyler Reddick here. It's getting worse for Kyle Larson, and it got really close right there. Now they're going to be merging.
Caution out.
Yellow flag already. Oh, this could get a little bit sketchy there as we continue on, and we look in the background to see if anything's happened. Oh my God, the pace car is in front of other cars, and who has now crashed? I believe it's going to be maybe Austin Cindric. I can't tell yet, but look at the scrap right here that we got going on throughout the field. What a chaotic day this has turned into here in Indianapolis now. You guessed it. It was William Byron going airborne in the air. There he goes. Oh my goodness, Martin Truex Jr. with a close call, and that's going to be the end of the day for the 24. Alex Bowman coming into the pit lane here. He's going to forfeit the lead. If he pits here, for sure he can make it. That's not Christopher Bell. Chase Briscoe's in. Cole Custer. Allmendinger will remain on the track. Denny Hamlin's going to send one up the inside there in that FedEx Toyota Camry, and that was one heck of a send, Jay. That might put him out in front, but we know in Allmendinger's position is a big advantage. Well, I say that, and Denny Hamlin just drove right on past him.
Yeah, Hamlin got the inside line right there and was able to just drive right on around that 16 car. So obviously, not the performance in that 16 car right now that Allmendinger would have won, and now he's got to hold off Chase Elliott, one of the best guys in this garage at road courses. Actually, hold on, might have to hold off Brad Keselowski. He made the move there for a second on the 9 car, but then Chase Elliott gets the advantage on the exit of the chicane. They're still side by side, but Chase Elliott has the momentum on his side. And also as well for Reddick, the concern still has to be there if we wind up getting 16 winners and he winds up missing the playoffs after having such a good start to the year. So he needs to find himself in victory lane at some point.
Oh my Jesus!
Oh my God, the 47 won't be in victory lane.
Oh my goodness, over the pit wall he goes. Christopher Bell, that's a bubble driver. Oh no, good heavens. Oh, Ross Chastain just lucked out hard right there. And oh, let's pay attention right here. The 31, he's going wide as well. Does he want to join the party? No, he does not. He says no, thank you. Denny Hamlin leads the field back to the green flag here from Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We wonder, will we see more cars head into that barrier?
Yes.
And the answer is decided pretty quick, Jay. That 31 just went around, and the yellow flag's going to fly. We already know what that means. It's basically going to be one of those dank cautions again. That time, we didn't see anybody go up and over. It was the 31 of Haley just losing it in the background. Chase Elliott here is going for an off-road extravaganza, as we see as well. Look at this, Jay. Todd Gilliland up in a 4th place. An undescribable day, to say the least. We've seen chaos, and it's all come from one spot in the barrier on the exit of that final turn, and now they're going to head down into turn 1, and we still have the potential for a surprise winner. There is quite a few drivers up here in the mix, like Keselowski, Burton, Gilliland as well, although do keep in mind for Burton and Gilliland, they got to be in the top 30 in points. But look at that, Keselowski just went through into 2nd place.
Keselowski just rocketed through up into the 2nd position ahead of Chase Elliott behind Denny Hamlin now, Gary. So that 6 car has had a good day so far in Indianapolis, but still needs to find his way to victory lane. As we've mentioned several times in this race, the 8 car here of Tyler Reddick also would like to find his way to victory lane, but he's fighting against the road course ringer until I see we hit about lap 39 or so. I think I also just saw Chase Elliott miss the first turn right there, so he's going to lose some time a little bit to Brad Keselowski, who's still trying to run down Denny Hamlin by about a second right there. There goes the 12 car of Ryan Blaney off into the grass, and now he's going to be under fire from that 3 car of Austin Dillon again. So some drivers making some mistakes, Gary, all around this track. Not only in that final turn where we've seen them slap the wall and go flying in the air, but we've also seen several drivers in the first 3 turns go off into the grass, have lockups.
Hamlin is starting to pull away at this point here, and of course I think we're about to hit that caution cutoff point here for Denny Hamlin.
Yeah, there is certainly still might have been the biggest opportunity right there, and also in the background I thought I might have saw somebody going wide, but I think we're okay. Everybody has made it.
Oh, there it is.
Have not. There goes the 42.
And that's going to be the 41 of Custer taking severe damage. The yellow's going to fly and tie Dillon into the pit lane, out of the race immediately. The caution is going to be out, but the question is, will there be a restart? I'm going to have to assume no. I believe we're going to end under caution. Cole Custer has managed to drive head on into the pit exit there, and that's such an Indianapolis 2022 road course moment right there, if I've ever seen one. Denny Hamlin rounds the final corners under yellow flag conditions. He is going to come through to win the Brickyard 400 for the first time in his career in spectacular fashion. His 3rd win on the season in back-to-back road course victories from Road America to now the Indianapolis road course. Martin Truex Jr. and AJ Allmendinger both came into the pit lane under yellow flag conditions, so they give up some track position. But with so many cars being out of this race, they still both are credited with a top 20